Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about how to warm corn tortillas. But before we get into that, let's talk about how to store them and also how to freeze them. So if you have corn tortillas that you purchase from the store, for the most part in the packaging, they'll last about 3 weeks in the refrigerator. Once you open that packaging, I suggest moving them to like a zip top bag where you can remove most of the excess air, but they'll keep fresh in the fridge for about 3 weeks. If you're freezing them, you can store them in the package that they came in the freezer directly. But if it's an open package, I recommend putting that bag of tortillas in a second bag and then zip-locking that and then putting it in the freezer. That dual storage will help them last, and stored that way they can keep in the freezer for about 6 months. If they're frozen, there's a great hack for warming them up. So if you want to take frozen corn tortillas and warm them up immediately, you can actually put them directly in the toaster. Just put 2 in each slot of the toaster, cook it for about 1 to 2 minutes, and boom, you have warmed up tortillas. So you can easily cool off the tortillas as you need them, leaving the frozen ones in there that you don't. So the first method for warming up corn tortillas is the stovetop method. And this comes down to 2 different ways that you can do this. So it depends if you have a gas range or if you have an electric range stovetop. If you have a gas range, you actually can put the gas range on medium-low and put the tortilla right on the flame on the grate for about 15 seconds on each side and warm up that tortilla. If you have an electric range, and you can use this for the gas version too, take a non-stick pan or a cast iron skillet, put that on the stove, heat it up, put the tortilla in the pan for about 30 seconds on each side until the tortilla is warm and soft and pliable. So that's how you do it on the stovetop. If you're using the oven, you can take those tortillas, you can wrap them in foil, turn the oven on to 350, put them in the oven, and let them warm up for about 10 minutes. Now, if you don't want to use aluminum foil, you can easily just put the tortillas in a casserole dish that you can cover or a Dutch oven that you can cover. The key is that you want to put them in the oven for about 10 minutes at 350 degrees until they're warm and pliable. There's the microwave method. This is probably the quickest and easiest. Microwaving is super fast, right? So just take the tortillas. I like to wrap them in a sort of moist towel. Sorry for saying the word moist. Wrap them in a moist towel, pop them in the microwave, nuke them for about 20 seconds, check on them, see if they're warm thoroughly, nuke them in batches of 10 seconds at a time if you need more. Just depends on how many tortillas you're putting in there and how thick the tortillas are. Either of those methods are really easy for warming up tortillas. And this is the last method and probably the most difficult method as far as process goes. You can actually steam the tortillas. So you can take a steam basket, put it inside of a pan with a little bit of water, put a cloth over the steam basket, put the tortillas on top of the cloth, put another cloth over those tortillas, and then put the lid on it. Bring that water to a boil and then remove it from heat and just let the tortillas stand for about 20 minutes and they'll get a nice steam bath, which will also make them nice, warm, and pliable. It's a great way for sort of keeping warm tortillas around if you're having a Taco Tuesday night, but also just a little bit more complicated than just popping them in the microwave. Anyway, that's how you soften and warm up corn tortillas, which are great for tacos and enchiladas, but sometimes you need a little bit of heat just to bend them and shape them for how you're going to use them. Either of these methods will work just fine. I prefer personally the oven method. Let me know which one you prefer in the comments down below. See you next time.